what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the JR Wisdom channel. Once again, I want to thank you for coming back, and for those of you who may be new subscribers, thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy the video. I'm going to be discussing this topic because I've talked about, a few others in reference to men, basically saying these are certain things to be wary of. If a woman does these things, you need to get rid of her. And said the same thing to a woman, to a Dear Women video, basically saying these are some reasons why men aren't marrying you. So I just wanted to follow up with those by basically saying, if a woman does these things, which I have 5, but which is basically, in my opinion, what you shouldn't really require too much of a woman. If she does these things, there shouldn't be any other reason why you're not marrying this woman. But these 5 things, if she's doing these 5 things, do not let her go. You should marry her immediately. I don't know what it is that you're waiting for. If you're waiting for something else, are you waiting for something else better to come along, or if you're just using the woman, like I've said in other videos. That's something entirely. But if you're really confused, and if you really don't know if you're just waiting for something to get better, or maybe you're waiting for another beautiful woman, here's a news flash. There's always going to be another beautiful woman. At the end of the day, you see one, there's always going to be another. And that's just the way it is. You're always going to see some. Same thing with women. Seeing men, there's always going to be a man that's more handsome or more appealing to a woman, so to speak. But as men, most men, tend to judge a woman based off her looks and have to have the most beautiful thing walking. And then if something else comes along, they might be waiting for that. So this is just my perspective of things, and something that you should consider if you're on the fence. Bottom line, deal breakers, all this other stuff you got going on. If you're in a relationship, you tend to think that this woman is going to be with you forever, or she's going to be waiting for you forever. And sometimes some of these women will be waiting, be waiting years upon years for a man, and a man basically just, is leading her on, and things like that. So, like I said, you'll find faults in anyone. You're going to find faults in a woman at the end of the day, and women are going to find faults in a man. But like I said, this video is more geared towards you men out there, especially the ones who are younger, rather than those who've, been around the block, so to speak. A woman isn't perfect, and neither are you. So I just want to start off with that. Some of the things can be worked on. Some of the things that can be worked on should be brought to a woman's attention. And if she's unwilling to change some of these things, then, like I always say, you just need to go on about your business. I mean, sometimes it takes time, but if you got, a certain amount of time, whenever you communicate with a woman that you would like her to change this, and she replies back with defiance or animosity, or basically deflecting something upon you, which is what I've said in the other video, then you have another issue there. So the best thing, as I always say, is you need to be straightforward and honest with this woman off top, what it is that you want and you desire. And it said that if you're honest, straightforward with a woman that you're in a relationship with, she'll treat you like God, for lack of better word. She'll treat you like God, so to speak, as far as a man. So, first reason, before I get started, hold on. If this woman takes care of herself, she cares about the way she looks, she cares about her beauty, she cares about her health, She cares about being healthy, and even she wants you to be healthy. You know, she makes an attempt to look pretty or beautiful for you and be the coolness of your eyes, so to speak, as they say in the older times, being the coolness of a man's eyes. Making that attempt to be pleasing to you as far as being beautiful. A lot of times it's looked at by some people the way, as far as your health and your physical appearance tells a lot about yourself. And sometimes it comes to the point where some people believe that you really don't care about yourself based off your appearance. I.e., that goes for, like I said, the upkeep, your weight could say a lot about that, a woman's weight and things of that nature. So men, I know you tend to look at things like that, and it does. The way a woman, keeps herself up, her health, and just her trying to or attempting to be beautiful for you. If she's doing this, that's just off top. That's a good thing. That's a great thing for you. Because some women, after they get a man, boyfriend, so to speak, they'll slack off things like that, and even let themselves go, so to speak. And like I said, a lot of this, don't ask for something that if you can't reciprocate that. I say this in a lot of my videos also. You're asking for these things from women, but you can't reciprocate it. So the same thing goes for you. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing. Definitely if she's trying to encourage you to be healthy as well. The next thing, the second one, is this woman is a homemaker, so to speak. Whether she works or she's not working, she's a homemaker. And what I mean by that is she takes care of the household, and like I said, you don't have to demand her doing this, but if she does this on her own, she takes care of the household, she cooks, she cleans, she takes care of you, she makes sure things are in order, things are kept up. She's doing this, without you even having to, say it to her. She does these things without being told. If you guys have children, she just takes care of the children. If you have children outside of her, on the outside, and they come by, she takes care of children that aren't even hers. That's another positive thing that you should be looking at, that you may be taking for granted. Because there are women who don't do this. They're just there, and that goes back to what I've said in the past. They may be pretty for a living, or pretty as far as the relationship, but that's all they bring to it, is just being pretty. And there's really not really an asset other than her face and her body. Which if you're judging your relationship based off her face and her body, all that goes away with time. So that's my second thing that I want to bring to you guys. Third one is she attempts to improve you and build with you. Instead of being a liability, she's attempting to improve you, not change you, so to speak, unless it's some things about yourself, that need to be changed. And as a grown man, you sometimes you might have to have somebody tell you this, but these are negative things that affect you and could affect your livelihood and other things like that. So she's trying to improve you and build you up. She contributes to building wealth. She wants to build with you. She's not trying to change you as the person that you are. She's motivating you. Things of that nature, constantly motivating you, not nagging you on your back, at all times, but she's motivating you, telling you that you can do this, putting the battery in your back, so to speak, just bringing that motivation, constantly, that force, so to speak. And sometimes you have to build a woman up to that point, to get to that point, to motivate you. So that's just something to keep in mind. The fourth thing is that she accepts you or has accepted you unconditionally, depending on how long you've been with this woman. If you have your flaws, you may have lost your job, you may have lost something, you may have a shortcoming, and she's worked with you on stuff. Regardless of how much money you have, or if you lose that money, the setbacks you face, she's with you and she loves you unconditionally, regardless of all that stuff. And you'll know this with a woman, whether she is conducting herself in this way, and she is portraying herself as being, unconditional towards you. And that's something that you really can't buy at the end of the day. A lot of these things you can't buy, but that's definitely that unconditional love, that unconditional care, or, because some people lose it all, lose everything, and she's on the next thing smoking. She's gone. She's just with you for a certain reason, whether it be your wealth or what you can do for her. And when you get to a point where you can no longer do that, then that's when, you're the liability in her eyes. So, and that goes to my next one, my fifth one. This woman, if she's loyal, which is so hard to come by, is loyalty a lot of times. The woman is loyal to you, and when I say loyal to you, she's for you and you only. She's not trying to impress everybody else in the streets. She doesn't disrespect you or take her problems to other people, including her friends or family, so to speak. She addresses the issue she has with you. She doesn't put your business in the street. She communicates. This woman is communicating with you. She's loyal. She's down for you. She's not advertising herself. Advertising herself to other men or other women. She's loyal to you, and that's definitely something you cannot buy. So, and once you have a woman that's loyal to you, oh my goodness, do not take that for granted. All of this, just go ahead. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? If she does all this, what are you waiting for? Now, I got a bonus with all this, which all this I think culminates into. Most of all, if this woman is feminine, pretty much, this isn't a masculine woman. If she exudes femininity all around, her aura is feminine. This, by her being feminine, she makes you feel like a man or more than a man. As I said, I don't like to use the term being a god, because there's only one God, but to put you in that position, just by her being feminine alone, you become more, or feel like more of a man, and you'll know when you have that by that woman being feminine, because not every woman can be feminine or knows how to be feminine. And that's something a man really can't teach her. He can tell her that's what he wants, So, these are some things, like I said, men out there, take heed if you're already getting this, and you have, because I hear other men, other brothers who they're getting all of this and they're still not married, or there may be one certain thing, that they could be working on, but that's what's holding them up. So that's all I have. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hope you take heed of this. Like I said, this is just my unsolicited, honest opinion on it. Feel free to comment, like, share this video, share it with a friend, tell your friend to share it with somebody else. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to my channel. I'm trying to get up on my subs. Something else I just want to start doing. I want to kind of shift my channel eventually. If you guys have questions, feel free to email me, or if you have topics you'd like me to discuss, feel free to email me as well. But like I said, for men and women, if you, which I don't have all the answers, but I'll do my best. If you have a question about a situation or a relationship that you're having a hard time interpreting what a man's stance is on it, you can't quite read that man or what you think, or you just confused overall what you should do, feel free to email me and I'll do a video on it, based upon how I interpret the situation, and obviously that's from if you ladies out there, y'all can email me that, and like I said, I'll give you my unadulterated, honest opinion on what's going on in that situation in particular. Same thing for you men. If you got a question about something, feel free to email me, and that's something I want to start doing. So I'm anxious to hear your questions, your ideas. Hit me up. Check me out on social media, Amazon. Follow me. Like I said, email it. All that's in the description. Once you subscribe, click the bell so you get all the updates on whenever I drop videos. And that's all I really have. I'll catch you guys on the next video. And don't forget, anything lost can be found again except for time wasted. Peace.